Once upon a time, a mother duck was incubating her eggs. It is hoped that the eggs will become the next generation of their parents. Not long after, the eggs began to hatch. They are yellow. However, there is one duckling that has gray feathers. Because it was gray, the duckling became a source of ridicule for his siblings, because the duckling looked ugly with its gray feathers. The mother duck, who was incubating the egg, was also surprised by her gray-haired child. Every day, the gray duck is always the object of ridicule for his brothers. The duck is nicknamed the Ugly One. This makes the duckling feel inferior. He didn't want to live with his siblings and family. He finally ran away from home to meet a duck, who had the same feathers as him, namely gray. The gray duckling finally left his family. Every time he met other ducks, he always asked if they had ever met a duck that had the same feathers as him. "Hi friend, I want to ask, have you ever met a duck with the same gray feathers as me?" asked the ugly duckling. "I've never met an ugly gray duckling like you," they said. The ugly duckling finally became sadder when he heard the statements of the ducks he met. He realized that he was the ugliest duckling in the world. He must know that he has to accept the bitter reality of being shunned by the other ducks. The duck is always pensive. He could not contain the sadness caused by his unfortunate fate. While the duck was pensive, an old woman caught the gray duck and put it in a cage. The duckling rebelled a little, because he didn't know how the old woman would treat him. While in the cage, the ugly duckling met a mother hen who was incubating her eggs. "Where were you?" "Hey duck," asked the mother hen. "I was just caught somewhere by the old woman, then I was thrown into this cage," answered the ugly duckling. "Perhaps, soon you will be slaughtered and eaten by that old woman," explained the mother hen. The duckling was shocked to hear the mother hen's explanation. She immediately tried to escape from her cage. He tried to find a gap, so he could get out of the cage. Finally, he was able to escape. He knew that all the ducks hated him. Until finally, the ugly duckling could only stay in the bushes. Winter arrived. The ugly duckling felt hungry and wanted to find food. He tried to get out of the bushes even though his body was weak and unhealthy. The duck always feels sad as a result of being kept away by the other flock of ducks. With limping steps, the duckling tried to carry its body to look for food. There may be earthworms still available out there. However, because his body was weak, the ugly duckling fainted. The unconscious duck was finally found by a kind farmer. He took the duck to his house. The farmer and his children looked after the ugly duckling with great affection. They were happy with the presence of the gray duck. According to them, the duck has cute feathers and its behavior can entertain them. When the duck grew up, the farmer immediately released it into the wild. To the duck's surprise, he saw his form in the reflection of the pond. He has changed. The duck has transformed into a beautiful swan. "Oh no, my form turned out to be beautiful," said the ugly duckling in disbelief. In the pond, you can see a group of swans swimming. Their appearance is the same as the ugly duckling. They both look beautiful and charming. The ugly duckling realized that he was actually a beautiful young swan. He flapped his beautiful wings and looked very happy. Finally, he swam over the pond while mingling with a flock of other swans. Apparently, the beautiful young swan, when it became an egg, was grouped into a duck's egg. No wonder it's different from the duck group. Moral message: don't give up easily. Every creature definitely has its own advantages and disadvantages.